Superstation at 690 days, 680 nights.
Welcome to the bright side of aging. My name is Ike Engelbaum. I'm a pharmacist and the publisher of AmericanSeniorGazette.org. It has been wisely said, you cannot help getting older, but you can help getting old. It has also been said that age is a matter of the mind. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. My purpose in doing the show is so that seniors and caregivers can share their ideas and questions on how we can age gracefully and in a vertical position for as long as our good genes will allow. And if we've inherited bad genes, how to outwit them. Our topics include senior housing, financial, legal, safety, travel, health issues, interesting senior events in the community, and most of all, tips on how to put old on hold. Do you like snacks? Well, why don't you try the Andree Bakery folks that have now created 3 new flavors of gluten-free granolas: maple vanilla, blueberry, and toffee chocolate, all sold in 16-ounce bags for just $4.99. All new is Andree's cinnamon pull-apart made with Danish dough and rich cinnamon filling. It's great with coffee or milk and hard to stop eating. You will find all these items at the Andree Bakery Market on Farmington Road between I-96 and Plymouth Road in Livonia. Try it out. As Jackie Gleason used to say, how sweet it is. For over 30 years, Cruz Hearing and Service has helped thousands of people improve their hearing and enjoy the sounds of their life again. If you don't hear as well as you'd like, Cruz Hearing can help you. They have actually hearing aids that the batteries do not need to be recharged. And they also have a caption phone that you can view for free. And also the phone, if you are over 65, is available to you free. So any phone calls you get, you can see captioned if you don't hear that well. Hey, they've got other stuff. If you'd like a free cookbook, call 1-888-489-8980. That's available. You can call Cruz Hearing Direct at 877-456-2789. The number direct is 877-456-2789. And it's sweet to have you right after Thanksgiving. Actually, anytime it's sweet to be in touch via the voice and also the capability of connecting. And life, unfortunately, today is a little bit differently than it used to be as far as connections. And the first segment that we do on Bright Side of Aging, we try to bring out the positive aspects of aging. And yes, there are positive sides, and I'm always being challenged. What's so positive about being aging? Well, number one, you don't have acne anymore. Number two, if you've led a reasonably healthy life, there is a second encore of life that you can have. And at 11:30, we do our show on entrepreneurship to get you started to live the American dream and enjoy this wonderful, wonderful country. Unfortunately, we are in a dispute amongst ourselves about how wonderful it is to be here. And I find it rather ironic that people who complain the most in many cases really haven't had a chance to see the alternative. Why would people put their lives on the line to get here if it was so bad? In fact, what's really ironic is that people who have come here have run away from what would some of these people that are way out in the leftist group trying to recreate. Hopefully we can resolve it in an amicable way. And there are positive things that you can do in life as you are chronologically blessed. I like to say, not aging. We're seasoning. And one of my joys at this point in my life is that I'm a member of the Optimist Club of West Bloomfield. And the wonderful thing about the Optimist Club, first of all, when you identify the organization, the name in itself tells you it's not the Depressed Club, it's the Optimist Club. We look at life in a positive way. And we've got some dynamic, really interesting people in our group. I belong to the one in West Bloomfield, and the Optimist Club is an international organization. Yes, you can go all over the world and be an optimist and be part of the club. And we'd love to have you as a member. And one of the positive things that's occurred because of this virus is we have Zoom meetings every Tuesday morning, 9 a.m. to 10. And you are welcome to participate. We're always looking for new members because we want to keep that spirit of optimism going. And if you want to really be stimulated and see what can be done, our guest Jeff Leib is a phenomenal example of that. I've had the privilege of being with Jeff at the meetings when we were person to person, and hopefully that will happen very soon. If you know a little bit of Yiddish or German, the name Leib means life. And I think I'm going to start a new movement that in the dictionary, when you look up Leib, we'll have a picture of Jeff Leib. Hello, Jeff Leib.
Hello.
I figure that since you're an attorney, I have to get your approval if I indeed want to pursue getting a picture of you in a dictionary next to life. Can I get the paperwork done as soon as possible?
I'll sign it in permanent ink.
Well, you know, I've had the privilege of hearing your thoughts and what have you, and at every meeting you always have some really worthwhile remarks to make. So let's start with your passion for volunteerism, because if ever we needed to pursue that particular mode of living today and the rest of my life and most people listening, volunteerism is such a wonderful, wonderful way of really appreciating life. I and want to make sure that we get the message out. You started, you're a co-founder of the West Bloomfield Optimist Club, is that correct?
That is correct.
Right. Tell us how you got our organization in West Bloomfield going.
Well, West Bloomfield Township back in the early 70s was in its infancy. Population-wise, there were maybe 8,000 or 9,000 people. Orchard Lake Road had a few shopping centers, not too many, big pylon signs, and I think there were 9 homeowners associations at the time scattered around the township. So, you know, my background is in law, and when I was in the prosecutor's office, one of the people that was my supervisor told all of us, you know, regardless of your political affiliation, you know, you've all been trained to be able to help people. And so when you go into your communities, wherever you live, Troy, Rochester, Southfield, Commerce, Novi, Wixom, Bloomfield, wherever you go, get involved and help your community. So about that same time, I was in a subdivision. I bought my first home in January of 1968. And when they heard I was a lawyer, they immediately put me on the board. And then I got involved in the United Homeowners Association, West Bloomfield Homeowners Association. It was a delegate assembly made up of all the 9 or 10 subdivision associations at the time that existed. And we were created to try and stop a Yankee store from going in on Orchard Lake and Maple. We didn't think that was fitting for a growing community to have a big Yankee store there. Anyway, I got involved in that. I made a presentation before the Planning Commission. It was turned down, and then Jack Doherty called me the next day. He was our supervisor, and he asked me if I would ever consider being on the Planning Commission. Well, one thing led to another, and I was appointed to the Planning Commission. And then I got invited to go to an Optimist meeting. They were starting a new club in Farmington Township at the time. And while I declined to join there because I didn't live or work in Farmington Township, it was at the Botsford Inn, I said, if you ever want to start a club in West Bloomfield, let me know. And sure enough, 6 or 8 months later, I got a call from the new club building chairman in Birmingham, and one thing led to another, and we started our club in 1971. Mm-hmm. And started with 40 members and grew to over 100, and we have a lot of missions within our club, and it was fun to be part of the beginning of it. Mm-hmm. So I was motivated to be into volunteerism, first by my dad, who was very involved in the community himself, and then getting started with the Optimist Club and then the Chamber of Commerce and so many other organizations I got involved in. And now it's a third generation. My son Larry is was just named a 33rd degree Mason, which puts him in the bracket as President Washington and both President Roosevelt and so many, Arnold Palmer, John Wayne. Puts them in high echelon of people who volunteer to do good. And anyway, so that's what motivated me. Right. And I'm glad passing it on to the next generation.
Well, you got it in your genes, and anyone listening that is interested, I'd love to have you be in touch with some of our other members. I always give out my toll-free number. We're always looking for more clubs, and my toll-free number is 1-888-489-8980, and I can put you in touch with people like Jeff Leib and their pastor and the Holy Trinity Church, Lutheran Church in West Bloomfield, was the co-founder, and he's a dynamic individual as well. And what I get out of volunteerism is that the good feeling that you have when people that you never even had a chance to meet, and we have various projects of delivering food, as well as we have an essay contest, and I just wondered if you could take a couple of minutes, Jeff, and share some of the motivational things that you found in volunteering with the Optimist Club.
Well, one of the most satisfying, every time you volunteer, you're not only helping others, but you help yourself, you grow. And one of the things that I enjoyed for close to 40 years was being the Santa Claus at our holiday Christmas party for kids that needed, that wouldn't have had a nice Christmas had it not been for our club. We used to have between 250 and 400 kids every year at Orchard Lake St. Mary's, and I got to play Santa Claus and greeted all of them. And you have no idea how much joy you bring to the family, but it also brings joy to me and to every member in our club who participated in it, because we did something so good. And so and not only do you help others, but you get a great feeling inside. So you always get a good feeling when you help somebody else, or when you make a donation to a worthy cause. You feel good about yourself when you do that.
Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you, there is a way to make you feel good about yourself at the times we're living in now. And I can't urge people strongly enough. In your local group, and I hate to put you on the spot, Jeff, but I am sure that anyone that's listening that wants to start a club in their area or expand in their area, that you could volunteer to help them. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And all they have to do is...
Put them in touch with me. Our club started, the Novi Optimist Club. We started a couple of them in Farmington Hills. One folded. I think one's still there. And so new club building is the way that Optimist grows. And in fact, one of our members, who is a past governor of the state of Michigan within the Optimist realm, started a club in Uganda, Africa. Mm-hmm. And it got 200 members of that club in several nations. Right. So it's an international organization, and we really want to feel good about seeing some of the pictures of the service that the Optimist Club in Uganda does. It's just phenomenal. It gives you a great feeling inside to know that you had something to do with that.
Right. No, and anyone listening, if they're interested at all, by all means, let's stay in touch, and you can meet people who not just talk the walk, but actually walk the talk. And I am tempted to remind folks of one of my favorite, as I like to call them, Ikeisms, and that is, in the world you may be just one person, but to one person you could be the world. And the truth of it is, and through people like Jeff Leib and organizations like the Optimist Club and the Rotary Club join up, it is amazing what we collectively can do. And I'm so grateful that you are part of my life, Mr. Jeff Leib, and God bless you. And now we can celebrate Hanukkah and pretty soon Christmas and New Year's, so we can holiday together. Right now, it's been a pleasure to have you on the air. I have to take a brief break to help pay for the program. Don't go away, and thanks again, Jeff Leib. Keep on going, man.
Thanks for having me.
Family run for over 88 years, Friends Hardware has remained family-owned and operated. Friends Hardware is one of a kind. You'll find the newest products offered on TV at very competitive prices. You'll also find safety products, grab bars for bathrooms, battery-operated light switches, remote control devices that you can turn your lamps on or any electrical device. You don't have to run out there anymore. Just press the button. Better yet, just visit Friends Hardware, located on Main Street and 11.5 Mile Road. They're open every day. If you wish to call, it's 248-544-8111. That's 248-544-8111. Better yet, just visit 11.5 Mile Road and Main Street, Friends Hardware. Do you like snacks? Well, why don't you try the Andree Bakery folks that have now created 3 new flavors of gluten-free granolas: maple vanilla, blueberry, and toffee chocolate. All sold in 16-ounce bags for just $4.99. All new is Ori's cinnamon pull-apart, made with Danish dough and rich cinnamon filling. It's great with coffee or milk and hard to stop eating. You will find all these items at the Ori Bakery Market on Farmington Road between I-96 and Plymouth Road in Livonia. Try it out. As Jackie Gleason used to say, how sweet it is. And it's sweet to have Dr. Andree Lee from Tennessee. Yes, I hate to say it out loud, but he is not in our state. He lived in Michigan for quite a while and was the administrator for Highland Park General Hospital. For those folks who have been around for a while, remember that the hospital was one of the premier hospitals in the area, and when they closed up, Dr. Andree Lee decided to adjust to life, and this is what the bright side of aging is all about. You have to accept and adjust and adapt. And he certainly is adapted. He didn't just go off in the blue yonder and say, oh, I'm retired. He's refired. He started organizations like hospice, and he's still active in teaching education. Started, and that's interesting, education and foundation rhyme, and he started Leeway Foundation, leading the way and getting health information out. And he's got books, and he does seminars and stuff. And the one that I thought we could highlight today was a magazine best described as an informational guideline, and it's titled Tips on Healthcare Costs and How You Can Reduce Them. It's an easy read, and it's, as described, is designed to provide you with quick and easy tips on how you can go about dropping your expenditures on healthcare products and services. Hello, Dr. Andree Lee.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for the kind introduction. And yes, I'm still a born and bred Michigander, even though I don't live there. I'm a diehard Michigander all the way. Except for the snow that you all been getting lately.
I can send you some if you so desire, sir.
No, that's all right. Keep it to yourself. I don't want to be selfish. But anyway, yeah. Thank you about the book. I wrote that about a year or so ago, and I've sold maybe 500 or so far. But it's designed to help the consumer save money in this wild and woolly, expensive world of healthcare. When you're seeking services and products, then there are some things that you can do very easily to save yourself some headaches and to save yourself some money. To that point, I want to announce that I have created a website called the Ultimate Healthcare Resources. And it's at the urging of one Ike Engelbaum, who gave me that title to use. It is now officially launched, and you can get to it through ultimatehealthcareresources.com. And there's an 800 number that's going to be on that page. It's called the one that Ike Engelbaum uses in case you want to see a product that you want to acquire for your own use. Again, ultimatehealthcareresources.com. It's a listing, links to a 50 or 60 or 70 healthcare entities that can help you with any problem that you could possibly have. Okay, products and services, agencies, whatever. And I'm proud. It took me a few weeks to put it together, but I'm proud to announce that I launched it a few days ago in time for Christmas. And there it is. It's at the urges of Ike Engelbaum.
I didn't expect all of that promotion.
Go take a look, look at what you have helped create. That's all I got to say.
I am
He's speechless, folks. It just doesn't happen too often.
We're celebrating Hanukkah, and it's appropriate that gifts are given out just like at Christmas time. So I got I have a Hanukkah present thanks to you, and I appreciate it.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. The title was the one that you gave me. You don't even remember it. I know you said, why didn't they just call it Ultimate Healthcare Resources? And I said, well, you know what? That's a good title. And sure enough, there it is.
There it is. Well,
there it is. Ultimate Healthcare Resources. Right. There you go, folks. You need something, go there. You can click on links that'll take you anywhere in the universe, the web universe, to find out what you need. My topic today out of the book was to shop around for health care. And here, it's what I want to talk about, folks, very briefly. It's about getting the medicines you need for lower drug prices. And I know everybody wants to do that. Okay, so very quickly, step one, always look for the generic drug. In other words, a drug that's similar to the brand name that you see advertised on television. You can find, most of the time, you can find one that is a generic one that's generally about half the price of what you would pay for the brand name. And when you go to the pharmacy and they look like they're getting ready to give you, for instance, a prescription for Tylenol, ask them, what's the generic product? And a lot of times it'll be, if it's CVS, it'll be a CVS product or a Walgreens product, whatever, or he'll give you the generic name of a medication that you could use as a substitute, totally and equally as effective as the brand name. Because what you're paying for in that extra price is the brand name. They have to pay for the marketing of that name. So, but when you see a generic, it means that brand name has been out there a long time, and now they have competition. And they don't need to drop the price of the brand name because it's established, but the generic will do the same job for you. So save your money. Now, if you hear Ike talk about quite a bit, free is a great word. So see what you can get without any charge. And a lot of times pharmacies have programs that they have established relationships with the manufacturers who can give you coupons or links to free medication. And of course, they don't volunteer it unless you ask. Now, you see a lot of people behind the counter at the when you go to a pharmacy, but they're not all pharmacists. So you really have to ask the pharmacist. A lot of those are technicians, and they may not know. But and usually the person at the counter is not the pharmacist. It's usually an assistant or a technician. But ask the pharmacist. Ask to speak to the pharmacist briefly and say, look, I'm looking for this. Okay, are there any free medications from the manufacturer? Are there any discounts, coupons available for this medication, and or samples? And they have all of that, but they don't voluntarily offer it to you. So it's like anything else, as a senior, I go to many places, and I always remember to say, I'm a senior. Of course, I don't have to say it a lot of times. I look, but
you look the part. That's one of the bright sides of aging.
But it doesn't hurt to say it, particularly when it comes to money. I am a senior.
Well, actually, that's true. That's true.
I mean. You have to say that. You have to say, look, is there a Blue Cross discount? Is there an AARP discount? Is there a Medicare discount? Is there a senior discount? I just go down the list.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
You're bound to hit something.
See, and we only have a minute, unfortunately, left. And
no, I'm sorry.
That's all right. I was just going to encourage anybody that wants more information on getting on the website and all. My toll-free number, 1-888-489-8980, and we're going to continue on our conversation on our next visit. And unfortunately, I only have enough time to wrap it up for this segment with my favorite thought, which is yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift. And that's why we call it the present. Please enjoy your present by looking and living life with the bright side of aging. Welcome to the Entrepreneurs Network radio show. Our mission is to interview successful entrepreneurs who are willing to share with us their ideas and experiences, both the successes and the failures. Because as it has been jokingly said, you should learn from the mistakes of others because you'll never live long enough to make them all yourself. My name is Ike Engelbaum, and I'm the founder of the Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan, which is a group of motivated people that are all interested in helping each other in achieving our personal and professional goals. Please check out our website, EntrepreneursNetworkofMichigan.com, for meeting schedule as well as self-improvement material. Our philosophy is that if it's to be, it's up to me. For over 30 years, Cruise Hearing and Service has helped thousands of people improve their hearing and enjoy the sounds of their life again. If you don't hear as well as you like, Cruise Hearing can help you. They have actually hearing aids that the batteries do not need to be recharged. And they also have a caption phone that you can view for free. And also the phone, if you are over 65, is available to you free. So any phone calls you get, you can see captioned if you don't hear that well. Hey, they've got other stuff. If you'd like a free cookbook, call 1-888-489-8980. That's available. You can call Cruise Hearing Direct at 877-456-2789. The number direct is 877-456-2789. Family run for over 88 years, Friends Hardware has remained family-owned and operated. Friends Hardware is one of a kind. You'll find the newest products offered on TV at very competitive prices. You'll also find safety products, grab bars for bathrooms, battery-operated light switches, remote control devices that you can turn your lamps on or any electrical device. You don't have to run out there anymore. Just press the button. Better yet, just visit Friends Hardware, located on Main Street and 11.5 Mile Road. They're open every day. If you wish to call, it's 248-544-8111. That's 248-544-8111. Better yet, just visit 11.5 Mile Road and Main Street, Friends Hardware. And welcome. And the key in entrepreneurship is, as once was described in a little anecdote about the salesman that asks, "What's made me the greatest salesman that ever lived?" And the answer is the timing. Well, we actually now are living in a time where breathing is an issue that we never thought was as important as it is. There was a joke about this 101-year-old man who's asked what he attributes his long life to, and he said, breathing. Well, in humor there's a lot of wisdom, and the truth of it is, obviously, you need nutrition, food, and other stuff, but breathing is what keeps us alive. And now the air around us is unfortunately contaminated, not only with the old kind of stuff that we used to deal with, but we've got a word that I never thought we'd use as frequently as we have now, is a virus. And I'm really excited about my involvement with a phenomenal company. It's called SanaLifeWellness.com. SanaLifeWellness.com is a high-tech purification system that actually many of the technology strategies have been tested out with NASA, and the products are just phenomenal, and I am really excited about having the COO of Sana Life Wellness on the line. His name is Toly Chea. So I'd like, rather than my try and describe what the company's all about, how about the main guy, so to speak, doing that? Hello, Toly.
Hi, Ike. How are you? Thank you for the warm introduction. I am excited. Yeah, I'm extremely excited to be on as well. A little bit about Sana Life. Our company's been around for about 30 plus years. Predominantly in the wellness space. We started off providing water purification for residential homeowners in the New England area, but gradually start introducing other wellness solutions such as air purification, as you mentioned. What we didn't expect though was COVID coming around and really flipping our business upside down. And our emphasis right now, as you have mentioned, has been focused on air purification and indoor air quality as well. What makes our product unique, or what makes Sana Life unique, is our focus. Our core value is on improving safety and overall healthiness of a building, whether it's through water purification or air purification or through UV sanitation as well. We pride ourselves for being a end-to-end solution for any type of facility, meaning that before a person enters a building, we're able to check the wellness of the individual. We're able to provide state-of-the-art air technology as well, and at the same time, sanitation through UV as well, which will help many corporations that are understaffed. Because our UV technology is autonomous and it's robotic, meaning that it does not involve any type of human involvement at all, and provides the deep cleaning that hospitals have been using for the last 100 years. So that's a quick intro about Sana Life, and I'm more than happy to get a little bit more in detail if you like.
Mm-hmm. Well, you've got quite an array of products involved, and I am really excited about the fact that my synagogue has got a system like that, where we have I'm fortunate one of our members is an expert in air purifications. He did a search for the different type systems out there, and he decided on this. And what I'm really impressed with is that the system is available in small outfits like McDonald's, Muskegon, Muskegon public school systems, and the list goes on in medical offices and what have you. And not only is it for buildings, but in the medical field, but it's for home use as well. And I wanted to ask you some very basic things in terms of the product line itself. How did you decide on the respective products? Can you give us sort of an overview of the different types of systems that are available?
Sure. We have an array of products. I think we have 20 plus product lines that's available, ranging from a small mobile unit that you could put in your car to large commercial buildings where we'll work with your HVAC engineer and put in the HVAC as well. Or, if you don't have an HVAC, we have ceiling tiles that we put in the ceiling tiles. But our core flagship product is our Beyond Guardian. that product is been our number one seller in both residential and commercial space. And the reason why that's really a popular product is the technology that's in it. I mean, all of our products have the same technology, but this is really a core product. And that technology is called ActivePure. And what ActivePure does is really kind of replicate what nature does already, which is really providing a technology that will be able to enable to create hydroxyl superoxidizer and hydrogen peroxide in a safe manner that will mitigate any type of virus load that's in the room. And the product we have, the Beyond Guardian, does that very efficiently. Not only does it sanitize the air, but also sanitize surfaces. So high touch areas where you have a lot of people going in and out and touching surfaces, this is excellent in mitigating surface and any viruses being created on the surface as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, with all of the controversy that's going on with the people fighting, not wanting to get the vaccine, with the masks and what have you, what it all boils down to is the area that you're living in and breathing. If you can purify that gives you that peace of mind, which is so vital in terms of your everyday living. Without getting too complicated on it, I've got literature that I got from the company, and I thought you might address the fact that there's negative ionization and pre-filter unit. There's actually different stages. Can you address what
Sure.
the logic is there?
So the logic there, and that's all within our flagship product, the Beyond Guardian, and there's 5 stages of filtration. Basically, we took 5 advanced air purification technology and took the engineering out of it, right, and basically engineered a system that goes through each 5 stages. But the easiest way to describe our technology is that there's a passive technology, meaning that in order for the air to be purified, it has to go through the layers of filtration, which is what you described, like negative ionization, activated carbon, HEPA, and our PCO UV technology. Those are what I consider passive technology, meaning that in order for the air to be purified, it has to go to the machine and be purified within the machine. However, our ActivePure technology is what makes us different. ActivePure allows us to play good offense and good defense at the same time. We're playing good defense with our passive filtration technology, but ActivePure allows us to play a good offense, meaning that we're shooting these ActivePure molecules out in the air before and removing viruses in the air and on surfaces before they even reach the machine. So in this case, like you said, obviously there's many multiple layer protection. Obviously, if you're wearing masks and you're cleaning your hands, that's another layer of protection. But with the ActivePure technology, you're going out, if you're not wearing masks, for example, in cafeterias where students have to eat and not have the mask on, having an ActivePure technology is like having an invisible force field that's working 24/7 and protecting you from viruses that's in the air before they could be captured in our filters. Mm-hmm. So that's really the high-level overview of our technology, and the core technology is ActivePure. All the other technology that we mentioned are available in other systems, but no other system have the ActivePure technology as well.
And you got a lot of support through NASA as well. So this is not something that you experimented in some one-room lab, right?
Yes. So let's talk a little bit about the NASA. So the technology originated from a NASA technology that they use to purify the air quality in the space shuttle. So we took that technology and improved upon it to make it available for commercial use. So it's the same technology that NASA has been using, and we replicated it. In terms of testing, we have done many third-party testing within FDA compliant laboratories that show that our product is not only efficient at mitigating viral load, but also extremely safe as well. We have a medical unit that's been approved by the FDA as a Class 2 medical grade device to be used in hospitals. Give you an example, of the medical unit, which uses the same technology as ActiPure. We're actually partnering up with the Cleveland Clinics, and they're doing a 2-year clinical trial test. What the 2-year clinical trial test is going to show is that not only is our technology effective at mitigating hospital-associated infections, HAIs, but also extremely safe, where they're going to put 80 to 90,000 people through this test, through the clinical trial test as well. In addition, as well, we also provide real-world testing. What I always say, it's great to see a third-party laboratory, but those are in control environment with no outside variable. What we have been doing over the last year is really going into a live environment. For example, we have done, a couple of school districts where we are doing a before and after testing. We'll do a before testing of your air quality with your current technology, and then we're doing an after testing with our technology within the room, same environment, but just using our ActiPure technology. What we have shown through the third-party testing is that we're able to reduce on a consistent basis 60 to 70% reduction in viral load within the air. So those are really what's more compelling. Obviously we could show you the third-party testing, but what's really compelling is that, hey, we're using your data, your people, your environment, using our technology. We're able to reduce the viral load by 60 to 70% consistently.
And I'm prepared to be corrected, but isn't it true that you can actually demonstrate? You can do an initial evaluation of the current air, then install one of the units, and then several days later, you can actually see what the difference is. Is that correct?
Yes, and the way we do that is we would hire a third-party laboratory, and what they'll do is they'll take a sample of air quality with using your existing technology. So, for example, if a school has an HVAC system, updated to MERV 13, whatever the existing technology is for air purification, we will take the air quality of that room with people in there, with live people in there, and say, all right, let's send it to a lab. Let that air quality incubate for 3 or 4 days to see, the number of CFU, which CFU stands for colony forming units for number of bacteria and fungus in the air. What we'll do next is, once we have taken the air sample of your current technology or your current air purification technology, we will install our air purification unit within the classroom or within the room, and then take the air sample with our air system in there and compare to what the air sample we had before. And the before and after, what we have seen is that the air quality, the number of CFUs or viral load in the air, have dropped between 60 to 70%.
Wow. And nothing, as they say, is more impressive than actually seeing results right in your own situation. And the standalone plug-in units are available actually for home use, as you brought out. You can have it in the car. And if anyone is interested in testing out what we just described, they're welcome to call our toll-free number, which is 888-489-8980. And I'll be glad to put you in touch with the company itself. And like I mentioned, we've got local people that these are prominent, knowledgeable people in the whole system of air purification. And you can have the peace of mind of knowing that if people that you're in touch with in any sort of a setting, if the system is installed, whether they're vaccinated or not, at least you are protected. Can you give us a range of pricing at all, ballpark, as far as units?
Sure. I mean, it ranges from, a couple $100 to a couple thousand. Obviously, a couple $100 range from $150 to $5,000, depending on what the system you're looking for. And, a lot of our products are really, when I say we do the testing, we do those really more for large commercial accounts. We do have, particle testing available for residential homeowners, but nothing to the capability of a, sending the air quality to a microbiologist to examine. Those are really more suited for, large corporations that are looking to really install, commercial units.
Well, I like to use a little paraphrasing type remarks in that whether you're big or small, Santa Life Wellness can do it all.
Exactly. Well, that's a great. That is a great. That's a great thing. And that's true. I think one thing that we really pride ourselves in is our excellent customer service. Whether you're an individual homeowner or a large school district or a large government agency, we treat everyone the same. And I always will make sure that the customer is satisfied with our purchase. If not, we'll return it. We return it back to us. We guarantee, full satisfaction. We have one of the highest warranty, one of the highest warranty in the industry. Our product, on average, of between 3 to 5 year warranty, meaning that if anything breaks in between those things, just return it back to me. I will give you a new equipment, and I'll deal with with the manufacturer myself on the return product.
Wow. Now that's a deal. And anyone that's interested, by all means, call our toll-free number, 888-489-8980. If you belong to an organization that you'd like more information, we can arrange to have a spokesman from SantaLifeWellness.com. Check it out. That's the wonderful thing about technology. Santa Life, S-A-N-A, Life, L-I-F-E, Wellness, WELLNESS.com. But I'd like to give out my magic toll-free number, 888-489-8980. And you can breathe in peace of mind all at the same time. It's been a delight to have you on the air, and we'll continue our conversation in future visits. Right now, I have to take a brief commercial break, but we'll be right back.
Thank you, Ike.
Don't go away. Thank you. Do you like snacks? Well, why don't you try the Andree Bakery folks that have now created 3 new flavors of gluten-free granolas: maple vanilla, blueberry, and toffee chocolate. All sold in 16-ounce bags for just $4.99. All new is Andree's cinnamon pull-apart, made with Danish dough and rich cinnamon filling. It's great with coffee or milk and hard to stop eating. You will find all these items at the Andree Bakery Market on Farmington Road between I-96 and Plymouth Road in Livonia. Try it out. As Jackie Gleason used to say, how sweet it is. For over 30 years, Cruz Hearing and Service has helped thousands of people improve their hearing and enjoy the sounds of their life again. If you don't hear as well as you like, Cruz Hearing can help you. They have actually hearing aids that the batteries do not need to be recharged. And they also have a caption phone that you can view for free. And also the phone, if you are over 65, is available to you free. So any phone calls you get, you can see captioned if you don't hear that well. Hey, they've got other stuff. If you'd like a free cookbook, call 1-888-489-8980. That's available. You can call Cruz Hearing Direct at 877-456-2789. The number direct is 877-456-2789. And you'll also check out our ENOMichigan.com website. If you are in the process right now, since we only have 30 days, believe it or not, left for this year, let's think ahead for year 2022. Wow. Time flies away, does it not? And despite the challenges we've had this year, we can approach the new year with new goal setting. Our Entrepreneurs Network, because of the shutdown, is having our meeting on Zoom. Our next meeting is going to be December the 14th. Write it on your calendar, 12 to 1. The wonderful thing about Zoom is you don't have to physically change wherever you're located. As long as you got a phone or a laptop or a computer, whatever you have, you can be in touch with us. Our next meeting is going to be in regards to goal setting. And the news, as you probably have heard, is that there are so many people now, because of the shutdown, are, as they say, recalculating their life. If you are happy with the job you have and it's giving you the type of income that you not only can survive on, but hopefully thrive, why not consider after hour trying to be your own boss? And if it takes traction, by all means, you may want to be in your own boss for the future of your life. I'm really excited about having an entrepreneur's toolkit just for like $69.95, a one-time fee. We will give you a guidebook plus the lectures, and we have 25 of them, believe it or not. They're all 30 minutes each. So I am sure if you are really interested in becoming your own boss, that you have, like when you're building anything, you have to have a toolkit, right? Well, we have a toolkit that I'm really impressed with, and it's actually been put together in my involvement with a Professor Michael Goldsby, who is a professor at Ball State University. And to give you a flavor of the lectures, lecture number 1 is how to come up with a great business idea. Number 2, understanding your market. Number 3, prototypes, making your idea a reality. Lecture 4, defining your business model. Do you want to be an LLC, Inc., or just a sole owner? Picking your business structure. How about starting a business plan? These are all part of the toolkit, and you can really learn at your own pace. And because of our Zoom meetings every other Tuesday from 12 to 1, we can sort of become your team in terms of making you successful. How about marketing analysis and marketing strategies? These words are kicked around and many times have a vague idea what they are. But we give you the nitty-gritty. Plus, we have a commitment from all of our members that we actually provide a referral fee in most cases if you bring business to any of the other members. In fact, I have had the privilege of getting some huge orders and monetarily really benefiting just from a referral from one of the other members of our group. And we have other lectures in regards to how you can build your own team. But you got to make an effort to get in touch with us. And you can do that through our toll-free number if you wish, 888-489-8980. Or, better yet, give us a Zoom meeting call. Right now, I only have enough time for my parting thought, which is, if you really want to get anything done in life, you'll find a way. And if you don't, you'll find an excuse. And there is no excuse for not achieving your dreams and goals in America. because it is the greatest country in the whole world. Remember, a goal is just a dream with a deadline.
WNZK has available a few good hours of airtime for a few good programs to serve their communities. Radio is better than ever in targeting an audience that listens to what you say.